Hi and welcome, chart artist. Today, quite an exciting day. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin quickly here together, and a nice little surprise a little bit later, in a couple of hours from now, I'm going to do my first live stream. So please smash up the like, make sure that you are subscribed to get the notification. I'm going live with a very special friend of mine, and I'm very excited. I've got a lot of coins prepared, some news. We'll be doing a little bit of a discussion about thoughts about the market. Are we going down? Who's bearish? Who's bullish? I have an array of altcoins prepared, so please tune in a little bit later. Truly excited about my first live stream. Please go and support me, smash up the like, and let's analyze the price of Bitcoin here together. So the one thing I wanted to highlight as per my update yesterday is you can see here that I've got my session volume profile open here, so perhaps let me just get that out the way. And I've just marked out this point of control for this day over here, the 22nd of Jan. Okay, so now I can take that out the way. And the reason why that is significant is it's potentially a next trading setup that I'm looking at, is to say, yesterday during my YouTube update, you will see that I've discussed this downsloping trend and this SFP from this level. And so far it's kind of played out to perfection, where I mentioned yesterday you want to see a consolidation here. Okay, acceptance back above the point of control, and also where we have this weekly point of control is potentially a very bullish sign for Bitcoin, or a short-term bullish sign. Let's not get ahead of ourselves in terms of using the word very and we're going to all-time highs. But what I'm seeing here is, I mentioned this downsloping trend in my update yesterday together with this SFP potentially, and I think my trend was over here when I did the live stream. Okay, and I mentioned that we were potentially going to have that little fake out to the upside, come back down for then the breakout, and that then happened to perfection. So nice little trade over there. If you played it with good risk management, please make sure that your position is protected. The market is here to take your money. Right, where we are right now, I left this naked weekly daily level that I've had here because we broke through, and generally speaking, when you come back for a retest, you want to see us reclaim that level. So we got a rejection, we retraced, and now we successfully broke through. So for us to remain bullish, you want to see this momentum hold. Okay, you want to see this level hold and not break down. Okay, so we need to stay above this level for potentially coming to this trend, and that point of control that I've just highlighted is either going to be a possible rejection or a retest of the trend for then continuation to the upside. Okay, we also further up have a daily level over here, and we'll just have to observe price action when we get there. The one thing that really stands out for me, and I just want to see if I do have that ready for us, is the liquidity. So looking at liquidity, I'm here on the Bitcoin symbol on the 1 week time frame, and you can see massive early shorts. People are aggressively shorting the market, anticipating a more aggressive drop to the downside. So for me, this just really looks very juicy for Bitcoin if we are going to do a healthy correction, to come and grab this liquidity before continuation to the downside. So from $40,000 up until $44,000. So we now have to translate this back into the price of Bitcoin. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's take the scribble out the way. Okay, zoom in a little bit. $44,000 is over here. Okay, let me just take this out. Right, so one scenario that I am keeping in mind is to say that, well, what if, game of probabilities, what if we do find momentum here to the upside, we break through this point of control, perhaps, first a rejection, then a breakthrough, perhaps another rejection at the daily level. So, you're climbing the stairs, you test, you break, you test, or you retest, and you reject, and then you break. Okay, climbing the stairs, which will then form a nice little trend line to the upside, is to say that, well, potentially this will be a great area of interest to me for potential lower high on Bitcoin for then continuation to the downside. Okay, where we have, I'm sorry, I've got so many lines. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Where's my daily levels? And yeah, let's just leave it like that for now. Where we formed a high and a potential lower high in this area for then a rejection and continuation to the downside. Okay, which is also in alignment with that $44,000 level to go and grab all that beautiful liquidity that lies on top. Okay, also from a range low and a range high perspective, we have formed a little pivot over here. I'm not sure if everyone can see that. Let me just zoom in here. A little pivot over here. So we had a drop, we consolidated, and then we continued sideways for momentum to the downside. And this is what I call a range high or a range low strategy. So the one thing that I am keeping in mind is, depending on how price reacts over here, is that the one scenario I'm keeping in mind is, let's take the brushes out. I want to see us come up here and reject and move away. You could have a little price action not reaching that level for continuation to the downside. Probabilities state that if you are going to come and smash through this level and have closing 1 hour, 4 hour candles above, you are going to come and close this area. Definitely something that I'm looking is to say that, well, we could find higher momentum to the upside, perhaps coming to reject at the point of control of this range, for then continuation to the downside. Or you tap it, you reject, and you tap it for a second time, also increases probabilities that you are going to fill this area. So the scenario that I am keeping in mind is to say that when we get here, you want to see us reject and move away immediately, for then potentially that higher low for continuation to the downside, and the deeper correction for then potentially the start of the bull cycle during a couple of weeks or months from now. And that's basically the upside from my side today. Please tune in a little bit later. I'm excited about the live stream. Come and join, share some comments, and we'll be crushing it. I've got a lot to go through. I don't want to spoil the beans, but I'm looking at all the altcoins that I've got prepared here. You know, some of the ones is Solana, the big ones, Solana, Rune, AVAX, Atom, DYDX, Sushi, Dot, Theta. And if we do have time, we will go through some of those. So please join us a little bit later. Until the next one, cheers for now.